Okay, how do I mute everybody? Oh, all right. Okay. Where did that come from? There we go. Okay. Udai. All right. Oh my goodness. All right. Hug your knees into your chest, rocking from side to side. Oh, in time of adaptability, right? We're doing dead bug. Why don't you do dead bug with me? All right, hugging your right knee into the chest, extending the left leg out long. And really compress your right knee into your right collarbone. And you know what I've noticed over the past couple of weeks? You know, when we've been trying to get our knees into our armpits, I'm actually, you know, able to get it more because we've been really activating the hip flexor and the hamstrings and our low belly and our core. And reaching the left toes towards the front wall. And then switch left knee into the chest, right leg extended. Hug the left knee into the chest and draw the left knee into your left collarbone. So over the past couple of weeks, we've worked on really just bringing more awareness and more engagement into our low belly, our hip flexor, and our hamstrings that really help draw this knee up higher, up higher, up higher. And flattening the low back. And hugging both knees in the chest, toes together, knees apart, and kind of stir the knees in opposite directions to get lubrication and mobility into the hip joint. And then changing directions. Point and flex the feet. Taking the legs up high. Taking the legs out wide. Kind of massage the inner thighs. Point and flex the foot. Point and flex.
Get that sticky foot out of my way.
Okay. Point and flex the foot.
Get that sticky foot.
Mommy's teaching. Inhaling, arms overhead. And we're going to begin to waken up the low core. Curl the chin to the chest and reach the front fingertips towards the wall, whatever is in front of you. Chin to chest. Exhale. Press the low belly down. Flexing through the feet and reach. Inhale overhead. Exhale, curl the chin to the chest and reach. Really engage through the low belly. So low belly engagement, hip flexor engagement, reach fingertips forward, reaching the collarbone forward. Inhale. Exhale, curl the chin to the chest. Adding on, so reaching fingertips. We have low belly engagement, hip flexor engagement. Now curl the tailbone towards you ever so slightly. You're going to feel the engagement down in your low belly. Keep reaching your fingertips towards the front wall. Inhale. Press the low back into the mat. Curl the chin to the chest. Reach. Now curl the hips. Curl the toes towards your ears. And you're going to feel disengage.
Excuse me.
Inhale.
My tummy rumbled.
Your tummy rumbled. Are you hungry? Exhale, curl the chin to the chest. And reach. And lift the tailbone. Curl, curl, curl. So you should feel, yes, Udai, you should feel your quads firing up, your core firing up, your hip flexors firing up, and release. Release, release. Okay. Kiona says today we're going to do dead bug. So we're going to do dead bug.
Teach dead bug.
Wait, I'm always going to teach dead bug. So I'm going to scoot down here so they can see me.
I know
okay?
dead bug without even learning.
Oh, okay. So we're going to take our arms and our hands up towards the sky. We're going to keep our low belly engaged. And our dead bug is going to take a walk. Let's see. We're going to go same hand. Let's see. We'll do same hand, same foot. So lower the left leg down 45 degrees, arm down 45 degrees. The key here is to keep the low belly engaged. Less about the limbs and more about the, so keep smashing that low belly, the space underneath your back, smash it down and engage. You should feel an engagement in the low belly. And then we're going to switch. Right arm, right leg down 45 degrees. And then we're going to switch. So our dead bug is going to take a walk on the ceiling, nice and slow. This is more about keeping the low belly pressed into the ground as our dead bug takes a walk onto the ceiling. And switch. And switch. Bless you, honey. And switch. And switch. And switch for 3 and 2 and 1. Release. Whew, you should feel that in your low belly and rocking from side to side. Now this time we're going to do dead bug. We're going to do opposite hands and feet. So take our legs up towards the sky, press the low belly into the ground. Low belly. So that space behind the low back. So if I were there, or you would to place like a winning lottery ticket underneath your low back, you're going to press your low back into the mat, make that space disappear, arms up towards the sky. We're going to go opposite. So we're going to take our right arm away, our left leg away, and bring it back. Left arm, right leg, and keep pressing your low back. So we're going to go slow. It's not about speed. Dead bugs don't go very fast. Do they, honey? They don't go very far. Do they travel along the ceiling? Did you write something? You can draw me a picture? Why don't you draw Charlie a picture?
Mommy!
Yes, dear.
What's that all that brown?
That's Mommy's bruise from doing crow. And switch.
Why'd you get a big bruise?
Because Mommy was working hard doing crow. And switch.
And you're working hard, so stop that.
And switch.
Mama.
And switch. And last one. And release. Rock it out from side to side. Usually Kiona's not this talkative here.
Mama.
Yes, dear. Ow.
Now,
Mommy's teaching.
stop
Okay.
that.
All right. So,
Stop
drop your knees.
stealing me.
Drop your knees from right to left. Nice and slow, massaging out the low back. Windshield wiper the legs. Kind of open up your low back. We're going to continue and move on. We're going to take, I don't even know what this is called. We're going to take our, pressing our low back into the mat. We're going to take our knees
I know that. What's that
at
called?
90 degrees. I call this push the elevator button. What do you call it? So we're going to.
It's really called flying butterfly.
Okay. Well, Kiona says it's called flying butterfly. But what we're going to do is, I call it push the elevator button. I don't know what else to call it. So we're going to take our knees. We're going to straighten our legs, but we're not going to, our feet and our knees are not going to go higher. Okay, so so imagine we're pushing a box with our toes out. Imagine we're pushing our imagine we're pushing.
Mama.
We're going to push our toes. Kiona, can you please go see Daddy? Can you please go draw me a picture? We're going to push our toes forward as we straighten our legs.
That'd be so excited.
Okay, so we're going to push our toes as we push a box forward, but the toes aren't going to go higher. So we're straightening our legs, they don't go higher. We're going to push it forward. So it's going to really feel like we're going underneath a desk or underneath a fence. You're going to go slow because this is really, you have to really work hard here in your core, and you're going to bring it back. So your toes are going to feel like they're going a lot lower, coming back to 90 degrees. Push the box forward, keeping the feet at the same height. It's going to feel a lot lower than you think it is. And then bring it back to 90 degrees, keeping that low back pressed into the ground. You're going to press the box forward. Your feet don't change height. And draw it back. Squeeze the knees together. 2 more. And press forward. And bring it back. And release. Release, release. All right. Okay, last, well, I wouldn't say last, but next core exercise. So this is our hollow belly, something kind of a new way of thinking about how we're doing our hollow belly, which is hovering our arms off about 2 inches off the mat and hovering our feet 2 inches off the mat. So instead of thinking this as a very, very low boat, we're going to be lifting the legs from doing a pelvic tilt. All right, so if we were just to plant the soles of the feet on the ground and just tilt the pelvic bowl, like so, press your low back into the mat and tilt like you have a bowl of soup and you're tilting it and not letting the soup spill forward. That's a pelvic tilt this way. We're going to use this pelvic tilt to lift the legs. Instead of lifting the legs by shortening the hip flexor here, we're going to lift the legs by tipping the pelvic bowl this way. So take a moment, plant the soles of the feet on the ground, and become aware of the sensation of tipping your pelvic bowl. This is the action that we're going to do. This combined with lengthening the front of the hip flexors. So it's a very different sensation. We're going to tip the pelvic bowl forward and press. So keep your feet on the ground right now. We're going to tip the pelvic bowl forward and press your heels down onto the ground. Tip the pelvic bowl, actually not forward, tip the pelvic bowl this way. So you're keeping the soup in the bowl, but press your heels down. Feeling that length in the front of the hip flexor. So this is the sensation that we want when we hover. So taking the arms overhead, giving yourself a nice big stretch, exhale, engage, tip the pelvic bowl forward, which lifts the feet off the ground, but keep pressing the back of the legs towards the earth. They're still gonna float. Take the arms overhead and lift. So the lifting of the legs comes from your low belly. We've spent the beginning of class today engaging through our low belly. We're gonna tip the pelvic bowl. That lifts our legs, but we're gonna have the sensation of pressing our legs down towards the earth. And this is our hover. Squeeze, hold, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, release. So our core is much more engaged in our banana boat, in our hollow of the belly, in the banana boat. This is our handstand. This is our handstand on the ground, that sensation. So we'll do it again. Tip the pelvic bowl, which lifts the legs, but we're placing the sensation of pressing the back of the legs towards the earth, even though they're hovering. So we'll hold for 8. Can you count with me, Kiona? 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. And 3, 2, 1, and release. Okay, we're going to do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It's just one of those days. Okay, we're going to do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Lift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 And release. And release. Okay. And hug your, okay, that's enough counting, Kiona, that's enough counting. That's enough counting. Hug your knees into your chest. Hug your knees into your chest and rock from side to side. Okay, come on up.
Mama,
Come on up.
I
We're gonna
have
do
a
both.
map for each spell.
Okay, that's good. Walk your
Actually, each spell
All right.
goes with each map.
Roll your shoulders back and down, Navasana boat pose. Clasp underneath the thighs. Roll the shoulders back
1, 2,
and
3, 4,
down.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
That's
1, 2, 3, 4,
enough
5,
counting.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
And float.
Bye.
Bye. We're gonna float into boat. Roll the shoulders back and down. So the most important thing is to lift through the chest. Lifting through the chest, lengthen. So instead of rounding your back here, we're gonna scoop through the belly, but we're gonna lift through the chest. Lift through the chest. She just wanted to be super active today. All right, taking the arms overhead, taking the legs out. Cross the right leg over the left, cross the left wrist over the right wrist, and lift, lift, lift. So a little bit different, challenging, a little bit more challenge for your brain. For 3, 2, 1, and release. We're going to switch other side. So we're going to cross left over right, right wrist over left, roll the shoulders back and down, come back into boat. So first, roll the shoulders back and down, lift the collarbone. It's more about the lifting of the collarbone, scooping of the belly, lengthen through the spine, extend. What is that? Right wrist over left, left ankle over right, and lift, 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 lift. 4, 3, 2, 1. Come into all fours, tuck the toes, lift the hips, downward facing dog. Your core should be nice and awake on this Saturday morning. Inhaling, right leg comes up towards the sky, swing it way forward, runner's lunge. Back foot to the top of the mat, forward fold. Inhaling all the way back up, floating arms up towards the sky, and close the pose. Inhale. Exhale, swan dive it forward. Inhaling halfway up, exhale, plant the hands, step it back, high plank. Lower down knees, chest, chin. Come forward, roll the shoulders back and down. Tuck the toes. Press it back. Downward facing dog. Inhaling, left leg comes up towards the sky. Swing it way forward, runner's lunge. Back foot to the top of the mat, forward fold. Inhaling all the way back up, floating arms up towards the sky. And close the pose. Inhale. Exhale, swan dive it forward. Inhaling halfway up. Exhale, plant the hands, step it back, high plank. Lower down. Inhaling, up dog. Exhale, tuck the pose, press it back. Downward facing dog. Inhaling, right leg comes up towards the sky. Swing it way forward, runner's lunge. Back foot to the top of the mat, forward fold. Inhaling all the way back up, floating arms up towards the sky. And close the pose. Inhale. Exhale, swan dive it forward. Inhaling halfway up. Exhale, plant the hands, step it back, side plank. Lower down, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhaling, cobra. So pelvic bone down, roll the shoulders back and down, elbows bent, pull yourself forward. Tuck the toes, lift the hips, downward facing dog. Inhale. Left leg comes up towards the sky. Swing it way forward, runner's lunge. Back foot to the top of the mat, forward fold. Inhaling, coming all the way back up, floating arms up towards the sky. And close the pose. Inhale. Exhale, swan dive it forward. Inhaling halfway up. Exhale. Plant the hands. Step it back. Right plank. Lower down, knees, chest, chin. Roll the shoulders back and down. For cobra. Tuck the toes, press it back, downward facing dog. Inhaling. Right leg comes up towards the sky. Swing it way forward, runner's lunge. Drop the back knee down, inhale. Forward, up and back. Open up the chest. Inhale. Windmill the hands down, pop the back knee off the mat, back foot to the top of the mat, forward fold. Inhale. Clasping right wrist, go left. Roll your right shoulder or roll your chest up towards the sky. And come back to center. Inhale. Exhale, swan dive it forward. Inhaling halfway up. Exhale, plant the hands, step back, high plank, lower down. Inhaling, up dog. Exhale, tuck the toes, press it back, downward facing dog. Inhale. Left leg comes up towards the sky. Swing it way forward, runner's lunge. Drop the back knee down. Sweeping the arms forward, up and back. Exhale, open the chest. Inhale. Up. Exhale, plant the hands down, pop the back knee off the mat, back foot to the top of the mat, forward fold. Inhaling all the way back up. And close the pose, inhale. Exhale, swan dive it forward. Inhaling halfway up, exhale, plant the hands, step back, head plank. Lower down. Inhaling, up dog. Exhale, tuck the toes, press it back, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg comes up towards the sky, swing it way forward, runner's lunge. If you have your blocks, you can use the tall side of the block. If you don't, that's okay too. Coming into runner's lunge. Exhale, straightening out both legs, pyramid pose. So you can use the tall side of the blocks to press down and extend your chest forward. Pull the right hip back. Drop the left heel down. Pyramid pose. So we're pulling our right hip back, opening our outer right hip. Outer right hip. Coming into runner's lunge. Sending our hips back into pyramid pose. The tendency is your tailbone is going to want to go to the right, pull the right hip back, wag the tailbone to the left. Both legs straight. Both legs straight, reach your collarbone forward towards your toes. Runner's lunge. Back foot to the top of the mat, forward fold. Forward. Lifting the tailbone up towards the sky. So you're going to use your core to compress your low belly. You're going to use your quads. You're going to use your hip flexors to draw your chest closer to your thighs. Bend the knees. Bend the knees, lift the heels into a low squat. Stack your rib cage over the hips, interlace the hands, pull them overhead, squeeze the ankles together. 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the heels, come into Ardha Utkatasana, half chair, flat back. Reach the arms like you're trying to press the wall in front of you. And then come to chair Utkatasana. Sink the heels way back. Lift and extend. Toss the arms back behind you. Hands behind the head, elbows back. Reach, squeeze the inner thighs. Press the hips forward, thighs forward. Open up. Press the elbows back. And release. Inhale. Right hand grasps the left wrist. Side bend over to the right. Roll the left rib cage up towards the ceiling. Stomp your left foot down to find more length. And release. Inhale. Exhale, swan dive it forward. Inhaling halfway up. Exhale, plant the hands, step it back, high plank. Lower down. Inhaling, up dog. Exhale, tuck the toes, press it back, downward facing dog. Inhaling, left leg comes up towards the sky. Swing it way forward, runner's lunge. Take the tall sides of both blocks. Lift the chest. Straighten out both legs, pop the back foot in a little closer for pyramid pose. Wag the tailbone towards the right. Both legs straight. Reaching collarbone forward, folding deeper, folding deeper. Use your low belly, your hip flexor, your quads to bring your chest closer to your thighs. Runner's lunge. Bend the left knee. Straighten out both legs, pyramid pose. Wag the tailbone. Runner's lunge, lift the chest. Weeble wobble the right foot back, reaching the right heel back. Pop the back foot to the top of the mat, forward fold. Lift the tailbone, so shift the weight to the balls of the feet. Lift the tailbone up high towards the sky. Like you're trying to reach your tailbone and your sit bones up towards the ceiling. Use your hands to push, press your rib cage towards your thighs. Active through your quads. Your quads are going to bring you closer. Your hip flexors are going to bring you closer. Your core, your belly, your low belly is going to bring you closer. Lift the heels, come down for a low squat. Squeeze the hip flexors. Active, interlace the fingers, opposite grip, press the palms up towards the sky. Squeeze the ankles together, pull the arms behind your ears. Roll the heels forward as your rib cage stacks over your hips. Drop the heels into half chair, Ardha Utkatasana, flat back, lift the hips. Drop the shoulders. Reach like you're trying to be long, pressing your palms forward, your tailbone back. Come to Utkatasana chair pose. Inhale, come on up, hands behind the head, elbows back, and lift. Hips forward, chest forward, belly forward. Lift and lengthen. So back bend is about length. Don't shorten your back. Lengthen, reach up and over like a barrel. And close the pose. Inhale. Exhale, swan dive it forward. Inhaling halfway up, exhale, plant the hands, step back, high plank. Lower down, inhaling up dog. Exhale, tuck the toes, press it back, downward facing dog. Inhaling, right leg comes up towards the sky, swing it way forward, runner's lunge. Inhale, come on up, crescent lunge, lift the right heel. Optional, lift the right heel. Left hand grabs the right wrist. So flip so that the palm is up towards the sky. You're gonna left hand grab the right wrist, lift up, toss it back behind you. Lift up, toss it back behind you. Lift up, toss it back behind you. Breathe, tiny sips of air. Keep tossing your arm back behind you. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Windmill the hands down, come to transverse lunge. So bend the left knee, right leg straight, right toes up towards the sky. Use the left elbow to encourage opening of the left thigh. And switch, Spider-Man crawl across and open through your inner thigh. And switch. And switch. And straighten out both legs. Straighten out both legs. Walk the hands over to the right, turn the right toes. Come into a runner's lunge. Take the tall side of the block or not. We're going to come forward into revolved half moon. Left arm down. Reach the right arm forward and twist. Twist to the right. Reaching right arm up towards the sky, left leg pulls back. For 3, 2, and 1. Lower the right hand down. Bend the left knee comes behind the right and expands. Twist, half moon, revolved half moon. Left knee touches the back of the right leg, calf, and expand. And come down for seated twist. Inhaling, right hand behind you. Left arm the outside of the right thigh, twist. Inhale, tall. Exhale, twist. Inhale, tall. Exhale, twist. Inhale, tall. Exhale, twist. Inhale, tall. Extend the exhalation to deepen your twist. What you got there? Oh, look, furry child's here too. What is up with you guys today? Is that your treasure map? All right, come forward.
It has a lot of spelling for each map.
Okay, come forward. Come back into a standing split. Shift the weight forward. Use the fingertips on the mats to press your chest. So again, low belly, hip flexor, quad engagement to get higher. Get your left leg higher. Your left leg goes higher because of your core. And using the hands to press your belly closer to your thighs. Bend the knee. Drop the left foot down into a runner's lunge. Yeah.
Do you know what this pose is?
No, I don't. And then come back
It's
into high
called
plank.
kennel pose.
Lower down.
You wanna do
Inhaling
kennel
up
pose
dog.
with me?
Exhale, tuck the toes, press it back. Downward facing dog. Mm.
I want to keep tunnel pose.
Okay, you do tunnel pose. And breathe. Inhaling, left leg comes up towards the sky. Swing it way forward, runner's lunge. Come on up, crescent lunge. Optional with the left heel lifted. Inhale. Come on up. Take your right hand. Palm goes up towards the sky. Clasp the left wrist. Go up and back. Up and back. Up and back. Press the right heel forward. Press the chest forward, left hip back. Up. And keep tossing your arms back behind you. Pull up and toss the arms back behind you. Pull up and toss the hands back behind you for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come forward, half moon, revolved half moon. Right hand on the tall side of the block, shift the weight forward. Pull the belly button up and in, straighten the left leg. Pull and float the right leg off the mat. Left arm. Twist open to the left. Breathing here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We forgot transverse lunge, didn't we? Let's see. What do we got here? And lower the left hand down. And press, pull the belly button up and in, come back into a revolved half moon, going deeper. Lower the left hand down, right knee, bend the right knee to the back of the left calf. Exhale, expand, come back into revolved half moon. Left knee into the back of the calf, round. Come back into half moon, revolved half moon. Both hands down, standing split. Bend, right knee behind the left ankle. Come down for a seated twist. Seated twist. Inhale, left hand behind the back. Reach, twist, twist, twist. Oh. Inhale, tall. Exhale, twist. Inhale, tall. Exhale, twist. We're getting this outer left butt cheek. Inhale, tall. Yes, exhale, twist. We will play after yoga class, honey, I promise. We can make our special drinks. Yeah? Okay. Inhale, tall. Extend the exhalation. The longer you extend the exhalation, the deeper the twist. Inhale, come back, forward, into a standing split. Hands onto the, pull the belly button up and in. Float the right leg off the mat. Engagement with your quads, your hip flexors, and your core is going to draw your chest closer to your thighs, which makes your right leg go up higher. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bend the left knee, lower the right leg. We can have transverse lunge over here. Bend the right knee, straight left leg, toes up towards the sky. Encourage opening of the knees with your elbow. And switch.
That was like fun.
And switch. And switch. And switch, bending the right knee, extending the left leg. Come forward into a runner's lunge on the left side. Scoot the right leg back. Step it back, high plank. Lower down, take your vinyasa, inhaling. Up dog, exhale, tuck the toes, press it back. Downward facing doggy. Inhale, left leg comes up towards the sky. Swing it way forward, runner's lunge. Back foot to the top of the mat, forward fold. Inhaling all the way back up, floating arms up towards the sky. And close the pose, inhale. Exhale, swan dive it forward. Inhaling halfway up, exhale, plant the hands, step it back, high plank. Lower down, inhaling, up dog. Exhale, tuck the toes, press it back, downward facing dog. So in down dog, squeeze the inner thighs towards each other. Take your dog a little wider, so your feet as wide as the mat. Pull the belly button up and in. Get deeper in your down dog. Can you, instead of being here in your down dog, can you press your ears past your arms, getting your chest closer to your thighs, tailbone up towards the sky. Active through the hands. Fold the right hand off the mat. Find the outside of your, what is this? Outside of your left thigh. And you're going to pull your left hip back into the back of your hand. Pull, so pushing with your left hand onto the mat. You're going to take your left hip, pull, the back of that left leg connects into your right hand. And you're trying to pull your left hand behind you, pulling the left hip back. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Place your right hand back onto the mat. Come drop your knees down, come onto all fours. Walk the right knee to the center of the mat. Float the left leg off the mat. Right hand connects with your left ankle. Kick the foot into the hand, lifting the knee. Lifting the knee. For 4, 3, active, hand into foot into hand, 2, and 1. Extend the left leg back. Come back into your down dog. Inhaling, right leg comes up towards the sky, swing away, forward runner's lunge. Drop the hips down. Shift the weight forward. Revolved half moon. Left hand down. Pull the belly button up and in. Lengthen through the left rib cage. So you're trying to reach the left rib cage forward as you come back into revolved half moon. Curl back into a ball. Left knee bends into the back of the right calf. Right hand finds the left ankle. Into a Tittibasana, revolved half moon arc. Roll the right shoulder. Kick the foot into the hand, lift the knee. So kick the foot into the hand and lift the left knee. For 4, lift the left knee up higher. 3, 2, and 1. Extend the left leg back. Come forward into a wide-legged forward fold. Nice. Toes in, heels out. Toes in, heels out. Wide-legged forward fold. Shift the weight forward. Shift the weight forward. Walking the hands over, let's see. Walking the hands over to your left ankle. Engaging with the low belly, the hip flexor and the quad brings you closer to your, what is this? Your left ankle. Right hand onto the left ankle. Take your left arm over your head. Walk the left fingertips towards your right foot. And so you're going to pull yourself through, like into a window. So you're making a window with your arms. You're ducking your head underneath your left arm. As you're taking your right hand to your left calf, left ankle, twist. While you're in the twist, begin to walk your right foot further away to get deeper into that twist. Shift the weight forward, walk the right foot further away into that deeper twist. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release, shake it out. Shake it out, shake it out. Heel toe and the feet a little bit closer together. Forward fold. Wide-legged forward fold. Reach the arms forward. Shift the weight forward. Flat back. Crown of the head extends long. Bend the knees. Sink the hips way back into a wide-legged squat. Round. So reach the arms forward. Round your low belly. Round your back. Shift the weight forward. Flat back. Come forward. Exhale. Bend the knees, wide-legged squat. Place the hands down and shift the weight right and left. Shift the weight right and left. Straightening out both legs. Bend the knees. Bend the knees. Hook, where are we? This way. Hook the right arm behind the left knee. So bring your right rib cage to your left thigh. Keep the knees bent. Hook the right arm behind your left knee. Twist, twist, twist. Place your right hand to your right ear, and now begin to straighten out your left leg. Lifting the tailbone up towards the sky. Left arm behind your back. For 3, 2, and 1. Release. Release, release. Turn the right toes towards the front of the mat. Runner's lunge. Plant the hands down, step it back, high plank, lower down, inhaling up dog. Exhale, tuck the toes, press it back, downward facing dog. And lower the knees down and sit it back, child's pose. I don't know, can you hear Kiona like singing in the backyard? She's out of it. Tuck the toes, lift the hips, downward facing dog. Inhaling, right leg comes up towards the sky, swing it way forward, runner's lunge. Back foot to the top of the mat, forward fold. One side should be a little bit more open, one butt cheek a little bit more open than the other. Inhale, coming up. Toss the arms back behind you, close the pose. Inhale. Exhale, swan dive it forward. Inhaling halfway up. Exhale, plant the hands, step back, high plank, lower down. Inhaling, up dog. Exhale, tuck the toes, press it back, downward facing dog. Take the feet as wide as the mat, as wide as the mat. Float the left hand off the mat. Find the outside, so go to the outside of your right back of the right thigh. Push with your right hand, push with your right hand, pull with your right hip, pull the right hip into your left hand. Press and pull that right hamstring into your left hand like your tug of war. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Place your left hand down. Come on and lower the knees down. Place your right knee to the center of the mat. Float this side. Did we do this side? Did we do the other side? I can't remember. I think it's, yeah, right hand, left ankle. Right hand, left ankle. Kick the foot into the hand. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back into down dog. Did we do the other side? We did right leg here. Oh, we know it's the other side. Sorry, left hand. Left hand to the right ankle. Yeah, that feels better. Now kick the foot, kick the right foot into the left hand, lift the right knee. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release, lower the right foot down. Left leg comes up towards the sky. Swing it way forward, runner's lunge. Revolved half moon. Right hand down. Left arm goes up towards the sky, revolved half moon. So this is getting your outer left butt cheek. Okay, bend. Left hand finds the right ankle. Lift the right knee. Kick the foot into the hand. So press the knee away. So keep reaching that back knee behind you for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Lower the leg down. Come into a wide-legged forward fold. Wide-legged forward fold. Shift the weight forward to the balls of the feet. Walk the hands over to the right ankle. So left hand to the right ankle, right calf, right thigh, wherever it is that you want to be. Squeeze the inner thighs towards each other. Heel toe the feet in a little bit closer together. Walk the right arm overhead. So you're making yourself a little window. I'm peeking underneath my right arm. I'm walking my right fingertips towards my left toes. Twist, pull, bringing your left rib cage, bringing your rib cage over to your right foot or your right leg. Using your low belly, your hip flexors, and your quads. Now walk the left foot away so you can go deeper into your twist. Breathing here for 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Wide-legged forward fold. Shift the weight forward, flat back. Bend the knees, sink your hips way back. Reach the arms forward, squat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, squat, sinking your hips way back. Flat back. And squat. Walk the feet in. Bend the knee. Shift the left rib cage over to the right thigh. Hook your left arm behind the right knee. Find your left hand onto your left ear. Right hand onto your back. Lift the hips up towards the sky. Straighten out both legs. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Whew. Release. Walk the hands over to the left foot. Runner's lunge on the left side. Step it back, high plank. Lower down. Inhaling, up dog. Exhale, tuck the toes, press it back. Downward facing dog. 5 breaths here. So get deeper into your down dog. Both your outer glutes, your glute meats are more open. That means you can do an anterior pelvic tilt. So the opposite of a posterior pelvic tilt. Anterior pelvic tilt means dump the soup out of the bowl. Lift the tailbone up towards the sky. Sit bone goes up towards the sky. Get your rib cage closer to your thigh bones. Lower the knees down and sit at back child's pose. Round your back. Round your low back. You should have more mobility in your low back. Malasana. Malasana. Toes together, knees apart. And round. Round, round. So crawl into a little turtle shell. So wrap the arms around the outside of your shin bones, palms facing up, heels sit onto the palms, round into a ball. So you're trying to peel yourself into your little turtle shell, crown of the head down, tailbone down, but your belly is pushing up towards the ceiling. So you're trying to round into the tightest little ball and get into your little turtle shell home. Opening up your low back. Okay, we've been working on this for the past couple of weeks now. Bakasana, crane. Okay, your low back is super duper open. You're so much stronger. If you need a pillow, put a pillow here if you need to. Lifting the hips up, heels up, hips up, getting your knees way up into the armpit. Look forward, round your back. Low belly engagement, hip flexor engagement, hamstring engagement. More hamstring, more flight. Nice, Charlie, look at that. Look at how high you are. Look at that, your hips are, oh my goodness, your hips are almost over your hands. Nice. That was really, really good. That's like the highest I've seen you go. Come on, Uday, you can do it. Forward. Get your knees up into your armpits. Hamstring. Look at those hips. Look at how high that hip is. Look at the alignment of the hips over the hands. So good. More forward. Hamstrings. Hamstrings. Kick your butt. Kick your butt. Heels to butt. Heels to butt. Heels to butt. Now straighten your arms. Forward. Nice. Kick your butt. So stable. That looks so stable, Anjali. Does it feel more stable? Right? Nice. See all that hard work? All right, now where are we going from here? I don't remember what we're doing. Okay, down dog. When in doubt, we'll go back to down dog. We'll go back into down dog. Inhaling, right leg comes up towards the sky. Swing it way forward, runner's lunge. Inhale, shift the weight forward and come back into our half moon, or revolved half moon. Place the left hand down. This time we're going to reach our right arm overhead, finding our left wrist, peeking underneath our right arm. Whew. Inhale, coming back up. We're going to find our heel. We're going to find our heel and cross over for eagle. Left leg over right, double hook if you wish. So what is this? Left leg over, so left arm under, eagle pose. For 4, 3, 2, 1, flap the bird, take tree pose. Take tree pose. Use the back of the left hand to open up. Take your right arm out. And we're going to do lean over or reach over to the left. Right arm reaches towards the left. So top, tree, leaning tree. Keep using the back of the left hand to keep opening your tree. And release. Take your left heel or your strap. Kick the foot into the hand. and open, 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 open. Or you can take a strap or a towel. Strap or a towel is a-okay. Yeah? Or just come here. That's okay. Oh, and release. Or you can place your hand on the wall or a chair. You can do that too. We're still opening. All right, we're just opening the front. Okay. All right, shake it out. Where we go? Okay, top of the mat, inhale. Exhale, swan dive it forward. Inhaling halfway up, exhale, plant the hands, step it back, high plank. Lower down, inhaling up dog. Exhale, tuck the toes, press it back. Downward facing dog. Walk out your dog. Walk the hands back. Heels together, knees apart, back into Malasana, round. Round into your turtle shell. Round, wiggle, weeble, wobble into your little turtle shell. Okay, here's your second chance at crane, Bakasana. Can you get higher? Can you get your knees higher in towards your armpits? So high, forward. So this is low belly, hip flexor, quad, hamstring. Well, actually not quad, hamstring. Forward, forward, forward. So from your low belly, pull. More forward, round. So more round. Round in the low belly, yeah. Nice. Nice, Uday, getting your knees way up there. Nice. Hips super high. Your hips way high and way forward. Kick your butt, Uday, kick your butt. Hamstring, nice. But your hips look so good stacked over your hands. Kick your butt, round, yeah, look at that. Yeah, that's it, that's it. That's why we have a crash pad. That's okay, that looks so good. Okay, to continue our practice with crow, we're going to try to do crow and shift one knee into our heart, and it's okay to fall on your face, so that's why we got pillows, right? So that's how we're going to build strength in our obliques, because we're going to round into crow or crane, and then we're going to take, and then we're going to bring one knee off. Yeah, so your knee is going to be in your heart center. And we're going to go again, and we're going to take the other knee off. We'll put the right, crane, and then we'll shift the other knee into the heart center. You're going to feel your core working. Yeah, do we do the other side? Crow, and then shift the left knee. Of course, the goal is to hold it without crashing, but work in progress for all of us. Yeah, look at Charlie, nice. So roll, knees way into the tricep, and hold that one knee crow as long as you can, and that's how we're going to build strength, right? That's how we're going to build strength. And eventually, we'll walk a crow. Switch, switch, switch. Yeah, like in 3 years, right? Okay, we got to do the other side. Tuck the toes, lift the hips, downward facing dog. I can't remember what we did. Does anyone remember what we did? Oh, yes, I know now. Inhale, left leg comes up towards the sky, swing it way forward, runner's lunge. Back into, what is this? Revolved half moon. Revolved half moon. Right hand down, left arm overhead, left arm finds the right wrist, twist under. Peekaboo. Peekaboo. Drawing our right knee into the chest, coming into eagle pose on this side, right knee over left, right arm under, eagle pose. Forward, lift the elbows. Press the forearms away from you. Lift the elbows. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Knee to chest, tree pose. So we're in tree pose. Use the back of the hand to open. Right, we're opening, opening, opening. And then up and over. Right. So we're going to feel this stretch right here. We're opening. Nice. Open, 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 open. Heel into hand and open. You can use the wall, you can use a strap. So many different options to open. And release, release, release. Coming to the top of the mat, inhale. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhaling halfway up, exhale, plant the hands, step it back, high plank, lower down. Inhaling up dog. Exhale, tuck the toes, press it back, downward facing dog. Walking the hands back to the feet into a forward fold. Into a forward fold. Bending the knees, dropping your rib cage here. Dropping the rib cage down onto your thighs. Cat-cow through the spine here. Tuck. So really find that range of motion in your low back. We've spent all day opening outer hips, so you should have more range of motion in your low back. Bend, wrap the arms around, clasping opposite elbows. Begin to straighten the legs, pointing them up towards the sky. Notice how much deeper you can go because your glutes are super open. Yeah. And it's okay if you can't get the legs straight. That's not the point. The point is to open up your low back. Open up your low back. It is super yummy open. Super duper yummy open today. You can stay here, or you can thread the hands behind. Do you see? You see this? Thread the hands behind and find the front of the shin bone here. Shin bone, lower down, ankle, wherever you are. Go deeper, lift, lift, lift the tailbone. Your low back, so open. And release. Come down into all fours. Child's pose. All right, come down and have a seat. Wide-legged forward or seated angle pose. Right? Legs wide. So if you're here, you can either elevate your hips onto a block, but the goal is to do an anterior pelvic tilt, which is to take that bowl of soup and dump it forward. So roll the shoulders back and down. And if you're here, and that's what it takes for you to have your hands behind you to tip the pelvic bowl forward, that's okay. Or walk the hands forward. This is more open. So that means you have, what are we using? We're using our low belly. It's the same thing. This is actually how we started class today, right? We were just on our back. We're using our hip flexors, our low belly, hip flexors, low belly, hip flexors, low belly, not the hamstrings. So we're alternating between low belly, hip flexors, quad, and low belly, hip flexors, hamstring. So when we were doing crow, we were doing low belly, hip flexors, hamstring. Now in these seated fold positions, we're using the quads have to contract to bring our rib cage more forward. But we're not fighting our outer hips as much as the beginning of class because it's more open. So low belly, hip flexor, quad. Imagine you're pressing down, smashing the peanut underneath your kneecap. So smash, nice. That's gonna get your quad active. And you're reaching forward. Hip flexor, low belly. Okay, so your low belly is ready. Your back super open for Tittibasana, Firefly. We did Firefly like not too long ago, like maybe 6 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, something like that. If you want, you can elevate yourself onto a block. You can start with Bujapidasana, shoulder press, or shoulder press. Yeah. So we can start out standing, feet a little bit wider than hips width apart. Come forward. Here we go. Come forward. You're gonna tuck, I'll do this way. You're gonna tuck your right shoulder behind and your left shoulder behind, and just lift your heels, or no, lift your tailbone up towards the sky. Yeah, so weeble wobble, lift tailbone up towards the sky. Right, so low belly, what is this, low belly, quad. Okay. Now, if you would like to elevate onto your blocks, you can, same thing. You have to get your shoulder behind your knees. Shoulder press, Bujapidasana, cross the feet and press. So this is low belly, Bujapidasana, shoulder press. Yeah, you gotta, sink your hips down. Now kick your feet forward, Anjali. Kick your feet forward towards me. Yeah, you got it. You got it. Kick it to me. Kick it. That's it. So first one was shoulder press, Bujapidasana, Tittibasana, Firefly. So we did a lot of compression, getting our belly really down onto our quads. So here, thumbs face forward and Tittibas. Yeah. One day, right? One day. Helps to elevate on a block, and my hands are like this. So it's not, my hands are not this way, my hands are like this. My hands are like this. Yeah, the thumb doesn't sit back here. All the fingertips are on the front of the block. So round. So what muscles are we using? Yeah, we're rounding our back. So it's all that rounding. It's low belly, hip flexor, quad. Kick to me, Uday, kick it to me. So from your low belly, all right. Okay. You guys look like you're done. You're like, I'm done. Nice, Uday. Yeah, kick, round your back. Round your back, round your back, round your back. Yeah, that's it. All right. Tittibasana, star pose, elevated onto a block. So not butterfly pose, star pose, so your feet are more forward. Roll the shoulders back and down, reach the chest forward, elevated onto a block or elevated onto anything that elevates your foot, doesn't have to be a block. Come forward. So reaching your chest forward, so same thing, except for this rotation. What is this? This is external rotation. The external rotation puts a different sensation onto your outer hips as you come forward. So again, low belly, hip flexor, right? This is low belly, hip flexor. But notice we're taking out the quad element and we're taking out the hamstring element. So it's just about the low belly and the hip flexor. Reaching our chest forward. Uday, if you want to go into turtle, if you feel free to go into turtle, if you want to go into turtle. Kurmasana. Yeah, Uday just looks like he just wants to, yeah. So turtle is when we thread our arms through and we flip our arms behind us. And you like kind of crawl into your little turtle shell. Yeah, Uday looks like a really happy turtle right now. So you gotta weeble wobble into your turtle. And slowly untangle yourself out of your turtle. And come onto our back. Oh, and remember, the goal is not about doing any of the poses. It's okay if you actually never make it to any of the poses. The goal of today is just to really open up your low back and bring more awareness to your body and find movement. Planting the soles of the feet down, come into bridge pose. We've done a lot of compression, forward folding, so we have to counterbalance with some heart opening. Go really slow with the bridge pose. Get your shoulders underneath, lifting the hips up towards the sky. Squeezing the inner thighs towards each other. You can put a block in between your thighs to engage your thighs and your inner thighs. Release and roll your vertebra one at a time. Arching the back. A couple more rounds of bridge. Or if you want to, you can do wheel. Just notice that we have done a lot of the opposite movement, the forward fold. So your body has been doing this like a clamshell, closing your clamshell. So just be gentle and go, be mindful when you open your body the other way. And roll down one vertebra at a time. You can take your block and place it underneath your sacrum and do a passive bridge. Passive bridge. You can also, if it's comfortable for you, extend your legs longer to open up the front of the hip flexors. We've been using our hip flexors all day today. And tossing the arms overhead. Lowering the arms down. Planting the soles of the feet down, lifting the hips, removing the block. Taking the feet as wide as the mat, very slowly, dropping the knees over to the right and left, very slowly. Drop your knees over to the left. Take your right arm and swing it forward, around, and back into a big arc all the way towards the right. So your knees are to the left, the arms are over to the right. Give it a big circle. Sweep the circle clockwise, open up the chest. Press, using that right foot, using the inside of the right foot, press your right knee down towards the mat. And then switch. Dropping your knees over to the right. Sweep the left arm back towards the left. Using the inside of the left foot, press the right knee, press the left knee down. And release. Hugging your knees into your chest. Massaging out the low back. So pull it out. Take happy baby. Notice if you can get your knees closer up your tricep. Right, so your knees are to the outside of the rib cage. Knees are to the outside of the rib cage. Stacking the soles of the feet. The ankle over the knees. Knees to the outside of the rib cage. One of the things that I noticed as we've been working a lot on crow for the past month or so is that I can get my knees to come closer or higher up my tricep, even in happy baby. Flattening out the low back. Taking the soles of the feet together, lower the feet down. Either you can take Baddha Konasana, you can place the blocks underneath your knees and take Shavasana in Baddha Konasana, in a passive Baddha Konasana with blocks underneath your knees, or you can take the legs out long. Closing the eyes here, tossing the arms up overhead. Big inhale. Exhale. Lower the arms down. Inhale into the low belly, closing the eyes.
Mama, where are you?
Exhale.
Mommy.
Mommy's almost done. Inhale. Exhale. Allowing the opening that we have created into your outer hips to sink into your muscles, into your cells. Taking a moment to feel the space that you've created into your outer hips. Breathing into that space. Inhaling into the low belly, into the outer hips, into the soles of the feet. Exhale. Keeping the eyes closed, slowly rolling over to one side. Pressing yourself up to seated. Noticing if your seated sensation feels any different. If you're able to feel more of your mat. To grow your foundation. Rooting your sit bones into the earth. Feeling more space, inhaling arms up overhead, clasping palms together, drawing them down to heart center. Bowing forward, namaste.